A shed update, and I'll probably do two of these. One for the actual little stuff that's going to go into the art, but first, every week I've been pulling down model kits that I built up for that's in the hobby shop here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and basically for display and everything. But he's moving to a bigger store, so I got to pull my stuff down. It's just easier to get my stuff out of the way, and then he can move his Heart Content. Don't have to worry about any of the display stuff that I got stashed up there. But anyway, I have a studio scale Battlestar that I built at Hobbytown, USA in Tulsa. However, after I built it, I had a bunch of parts left, so I built the Ragtag Fleet. And I didn't build all the ships, but I built some of them because it was just easier to the reference that I could get, and I had the parts for it. And first up here is the livery ship. And rumor has it that the 3-disc ship was actually made from like film canisters. And I don't know if that's true or not. All I did was, and I couldn't really find the canisters, and I was kind of in a hurry when I built the Galactica. I wanted to hurry up and get the ships built up. And these are, most of the Ragtag fleet is not, I would say, contest worthy. Mine will look good hanging up, and basically if you even film mine, I think it would show up good on screen, as in the way I painted it and everything. Some Ragtag ships that I built, and I'll get to them, they're not 100% accurate. They're, I'd say, high 90s. I didn't get like every single kit bash part on the thing on some ships, because some of them I didn't know what it was, and sometimes I didn't want to spend like a $100 on a kit just to get one part. It was just easier just to scratch build it and move on. But anyway, I took styrene, I did some circles, and basically made the 3 little canisters. Scratch built the back here, added the kit parts. You can see where it's a turret from a ship. That's Leopold. There's basically bombs. There's even, they use sprue, which I always thought was clever. Back here you got that's from an A10. Excuse me, not an A10. A Harrier. And a lot of these I kind of I had the kit and I molded it so I can make copies. Airfix engines there, and they are just crazy how they just like cut parts and just glued stuff on random, just parts for holding the missiles on planes. They just glued on. It's just absolutely insane what they've done when they kit bashed the Ragtag fleet for Battlestar Galactica. And I don't really know what they used. I took basically a dowel rod and just, I can see where I screwed it in. And just made a frame, took some smaller dowel rod, and, just glued it on. I built one landing feet, and then I just molded and cast the rest. You can see where they used parts from Leopold. They just whacked it in half, and I just basically took styrene and made some few squares here and there. I tried to put on the most of the identifiable parts that you could find on it, and a lot of it I just kind of had to scamp on because I couldn't find too much reference. Painted it, weathered it so it looked pretty decent hanging up from the ceiling, because basically you were looking at it like that from the ceiling, so that's all you're really going to see. But anyway, I think it turned out great, and it's just one of those oddities that's just very cool. But I'm going to add this to the Ark itself, which is probably going to go upstairs. Just a very unique build. Plus, it's just multicolor and just very cool. Well, up next is the Colonial Movers. Basically all scratch built, same size as the studio model, and it's, I want to say, high 90s percent accurate, except for the cargo containers, and I'll get to that. Basically it's Airfix Saturn V. I had I did my I printed out my own decals, and I really didn't get them coated well, and you can tell where they smeared. So I put some more. I just basically put a big wash on it just to hide everything. There's Leopold parts. There's just all kinds of just craziness, going on. It's just crazy. I had bottle caps, which I don't know exactly which bottle cap to use. I used water bottle ones. Just no one will know unless you're an absolute purist. Again, just just sections of Saturn V, the Harrier. You can see the engines to the Saturn V. Just crazy stuff. All these is basically resin deals of a Leopold in 1/144 scale. But it's pretty much held off. Made my own decals, painted everything, weathered it, just put a big wash. You can tell where parts are falling off. But the containers, and I'll tell you all the story. I actually build models for lawyers, and they had a big case, and they needed a semis, but they didn't need the trailers, and they had to have a specific, and I don't have one handy, but I had to have a specific cab, and they needed it, and I think these are not 1/64. It's just it's a die cast. I can't remember what scale, but anyway, they came with the truck and the trailer. I needed the truck, and I had to do 6 trucks, and I had to do them all different damages, because it was basically a wreck trial. So they said I could keep all the trailers, so I kept the trailers, and I was like, man, I don't know what I want to use these for. And then when I was building the Galactica, I said, well, I'll build this, go with it. So what I did is I took the trailers, I basically just added styrene strips, because you have to have 6 trailers. And I buried it, and I should have showed you all last time in a video, because I actually bought a trailer. It's an old AMT kit, and it's one of trailers that you can get that goes on the clone movers, but you need 6 of them, and they're kind of high dollar. But I got one just to have, because I know exactly what it was used for. So I just scratch built my own. Only Pierce really, will know that's not, but there you have it. It was the same size, same scale trailers that the AMT kit was. So there it was, and it was just a fun build, just to have all the multicolors, and it's just really long. Just good 3 foot, maybe 4, and it hung behind the Galactica just like that. Anyway, that's pretty much what I've done on it. One more, and this is the Eastern Alliance battle cruiser, which not really part of the ragtag fleet, but we're going to make it part of the ragtag fleet. It's one of my favorite designs, because they really, I think, kit bash this to death. If you can see, it's F-15 main body, which they actually cut another F-15 and put another one on the bottom, and they added, you can see a Saturn V. You can see where the cockpit is of the F-15. It's just crazy what they did for the little module here. This was another ship before they made it the Eastern Alliance, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. The wings here are actually a studio scale Buck Rogers, which I have right there. And I don't know why they took them on, put them on, but I think it looks just badass. It's one of the coolest designs from the show. You can tell where it's an Airfix Saturn V. There's actually a PVC pipe that runs through here. That's actually, I saw a picture of the studio model, and that was actually like the mounting point of it. And I put that in. It's, I'd say, high 80s accurate, because there's a few things on there that I didn't put on. And I want to tell you all, this was the last studio scale model I built, like from Battlestar, because I was building these. I was building all these ships like months, almost 4 months, just solid every week. Every week I was, just cranking them out. I was getting burned out, didn't want to do it anymore. As you can see, there's a lot of putty marks. And what I did was I basically wanted to get it done. This was the last one I was cleaning out, trying to put up my Battlestar parts and everything. Had the parts for this, so I just glued everything together. Took some that 2-part putty, and I just puttied it. Went with a electric sander, just sanded down best I could. I was like, that's all right with me, because I just wanted to get it done, get it out, and just because it was just going to be hung from the ceiling from afar, just like that. And that's pretty much all you was going to see. But it's just it was a fun build, but this was the last one I did, and I just didn't want to basically, pardon my language, dick with it anymore. And because I had some client builds coming up, so I had to kind of hurry it. But you can see where the another F15, if you will, but a smaller scale. Just crazy what they did. Plus, it's got a lot of dust on it from hanging from the ceiling. Good, probably, 7 to 10 years. But anyway, that's a quick update. I wanted, I'll probably do a little update, because I got some photo etch that Elliot sent me, so I'll show y'all what that is probably tomorrow, when it is a little bit cooler, because it is summer degrees here in the Ark. But anyway, that's a quick update. Wanted to show everyone what I'm going to be adding to the Ark, and that is the Eastern Alliance Battlecruiser Studio scale. We'll be adding the Colonial Movers and the livery ship, which is basically very few ships that I build actually get to make it to the Ark. But anyway, that is what I have got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.